María Peña is the Washington correspondent for La Opinión Impremedia. She is an award-winning journalist with more than 27 years of experience covering issues that affect U.S. Latinos. She joins me live. So, Maria, when we look across the Americas, how much of the view or perception of women is embedded in the culture? You know, we heard with the Me Too hashtag, a lot of women here in the United States are not surprised by these allegations, but in Latin America, many people associate it with machismo. So is it really any different than what women in other parts of the world face?
I don't really think so. I think women are beginning to be fully aware of their rights. And while cultural factors may play into that, the fact remains that women all over the world are affected by all kinds of violence, whether it's the workplace, sexual violence by a partner, or discrimination. I was looking at statistics from the United Nations, and they were saying that about 35% of women worldwide have reported being a victim of some sort of sexual violence by an intimate partner. And there are about, of course, 120 million girls worldwide that are forced into sexual acts, for instance. You also have, even in the European Union, 43% of women say that they have been subjected to psychological violence. And then you also have the other huge problem that doesn't happen, of course, in Latin America, but it happens in other parts of the world, which is, about 200 million women and girls subjected to genital mutilation. And then here in the U.S., the Center for American Progress came out with a study this week alone saying that, sexual violence and sexual harassment is not just a problem for the elites. You have a lot of sexual harassment against women in low-wage jobs. And then, of course, as you know, a lot of the industries with low-wage jobs are held by women, and especially women immigrants. So this is really a huge problem that is beginning to come out because people are no longer afraid to speak out. And in the U.S. alone, we do have laws on the books that protect women. The problem is, are they being enforced fully? Are they being enforced so that women have their rights protected? And then in terms of Latin America, as I was saying earlier, I believe that maybe cultural factors may play into it. But I think more and more women, like you said in your report, are becoming aware that they can no longer remain silent, whether or not they face retribution or, even risk losing their jobs for speaking out. I think through social media, women become aware that they have full rights and that they are entitled to have those rights respected. So I think that the upside to all the sexual scandals that are coming out is that more and more women are sharing their stories openly and hoping that this will bring about social change in their countries.
And Maria, we have just about 45 seconds left. So quickly, just want to get your opinion on what this UN Secretary General said about achieving gender equality and full empowerment of women. He thinks or says it will end violence against women. Do you agree with what Antonio Guterres said, and what will it take to get there?
Well, that's a really tough question, and it's been going on for decades. There are a lot of studies that say that, women worldwide still earn less than men, even if they have the same professional and educational background. I think that's part of the puzzle, part of the picture, but it's going to take a lot more. It's going to take political will from the government. It's going to take awareness by the private sector to make sure that women have equal protection in the workplace, as well as equal pay. And then, as you know, that's a huge political fight in the U.S. as well. So I think it's a start, but it's not the only piece of the puzzle.
All right, María Peña, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.